Hey guys, how's it going today? I hope it is going extremely well for you. So, we're going to do a little bit of a chair office yoga. So this is especially for all of those people who are kept up in an office space for numerous hours a day and really can't get any time to get out and get some walking or stretching in. So this is something that you can do right at your desk. All you need is a comfortable chair to work with. Okay, so let's get started. So start in that chair in a seated position. Lengthen on up through your spine and come right to the edge of the chair. Now, knees will be bent here, and let's have the left knee bent and have that left heel or ankle up right below your knee, or have the foot go a little further forward. We're going to bend the right knee, lift the right leg up, flex the right foot, put that foot up onto our thigh. And we're sitting right on the edge of that chair, so you feel those ischioturnal these are those sits bones pressing down into that chair. And even for myself here, who I'm flexible, but sometimes just how anatomically I'm built, and that femur bone locking into my hip socket, I can only get this knee down so far. So this is a good time, and if you're this way as well, to wrap that right arm around that right knee to protect the knee, okay? And keep that foot flexed. That'll help to stabilize the knee joint. Lift your chest up, and when we exhale, we're gonna lightly press that right knee towards the earth. Now, for some of us, this right knee may go down a lot further, and you may have a little bit more rotation from that femur bone into that hip socket, so you'll be able to drop the knee down safely. Just be careful. Keep your chest lifted. This could be it for some of us. You may be feeling a deep stretch in the hip flexor and that piriformis muscle in the glutes. For some of us where it's more comfortable and you can go a little bit deeper, hinge from your hips forward. So you're leading with your chest forward, not rounding. Keep the chest lifted as you're hinging from your hips and lightly pressing the right knee towards the ground. Breathe. This is a great way to get into those hip flexors, especially from being seated all the time, and that compression that happens on your spine. Well, open it up. Good. Inhale, let's come on up. Go ahead and release the right leg, and we'll do the other side. So we'll bring that left leg up, flex the foot, left foot up on that right thigh. Again, you can take a hold of that left foot with your hand. You can cradle the left knee if you need to. Support yourself. Chest is lifted. Feel both sits bones pressing into your chair. And when you're ready, as you exhale, let that left knee drop towards the earth. Again, find your edge and respect it. Don't overdo it. Lift your chest up. If it's comfortable, hinge forward from those hips. And let that knee drop a little bit more. And get a deeper stretch there. Be very aware that those sits bones are both pressing down into your chair. So we're not feeling that right one lifting up high off the chair, and so we're, unbalanced there. We want to make sure that we're perfectly balanced to protect the spine, to protect the hips, the knee, the ankle. One more breath here. Come on up and release. Good. You may have to shake out the legs. Once you can extend the legs. And then bring them back in. Knees are bent. Lengthen through your spine. We're going to add a little spinal twist here. So chest is lifted. We'll inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to our right. So twist right. You're going to slide that right hand towards the back of your chair. And your left hand can go onto your right thigh. Or maybe then you'll actually take a hold of the side of the chair. Lift your chest up and gently twist from that torso to the right. Looking to the right. As far as it's comfortable. Maybe you'll make a little adjustment, come out and say that's too much for me, or maybe you'll go a little deeper. Let's keep that spine nice and long. Good. Inhale, bring back to center, and then exhale, twist it left. You'd have that right hand on the left thigh, on the chair, left hand on the back side of that chair. Good. Inhale, bring it back home. Release. And here, if this one's possible, we want to take our hands, we want to throw it right behind and through the chair. So if you can get through the chair, either straight back, or if you have to wrap it around the sides of the chair, that'll work too, even right here on the sides. But we want to get a grip of the back of the chair or the side of the chair, lift your chest up, inhale. As we exhale, roll those shoulder blades down the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and open up those pecs. This is a great one because most of the time when you're seated in a chair and you're working at your computer, what ends up happening? You slump, you collapse, these pecs roll in. Now you're round on your spine, and your spine compresses. So here we're enabling ourselves to lengthen and to stretch those pecs, which will help out our posture and help out the shoulders and the spine. Good. One more breath here. And release. Awesome. Now we're going to stand up, okay? We're going to move our chair. We'll put the chair to the side, okay? So if you need to maneuver yourself around, that's fine. But we want our chair here on the left side of our body. And you want the chair a little bit in front of you. We're going to lift our left leg up, put it on a chair at an angle. We'll lengthen up through our spine. Go ahead and slide that left hand on the hip. You can lengthen that right arm up and then just dip on over to the left. Square your chest up here. Keep reaching through those right fingers. Now, if your right shoulder bothers you, bring the right hand on your hip. Roll the right shoulder blade down the back. That way you still get the nice lateral stretching here. But we're also getting into the inner groin, the gracilis muscle there, and helping out the hips stretching as well. Deep breath in, come on up, and release. And we're going to change sides, so you can either turn around or grab your chair, flip it right around. We'll bring our right leg up onto the chair, again at an angle. It can go a little further out, we just don't want to really have that 90-degree angle. Have it in a little bit so it's not making it as intense of a stretch, especially in the inner groin. Lengthen up through your spine. We can bring that right hand there on the thigh or the hip. We'll lift that left arm up. We'll dip over to the right leg and slide. Right hand down the leg. Just a little modified gate pose here. So we'll reach over. And again, if this shoulder's bothering you, go ahead and drop that left hand on your hip flexor and keep the chest open. Breathe. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Release out. And here you're going to face your chair straight on. Okay, and I'll just do it from the side so you can see it from that angle. But you're going to face your chair straight on. You're going to drop weight onto your left foot. You're going to lift the right leg up, the right foot onto the chair. At the lower setting. If you need to, especially if you tighten this hamstring, bend that right knee some. Hands can stay on the hips. Lift the chest up so you're long through your spine. And exhale, you're going to hinge forward from those hips. Keep your hips square to the front. We're staying long in our spine. And again, if it's comfortable, then lengthen and straighten the right thigh muscle. If not, then make sure you take care of that leg and bend the knee. You can keep the hands on your hips, put the hands on your thigh, the shin, or maybe on the back of your chair here. Keep that chest reaching forward, stay long in that spine. And even flex that right foot. And make sure that the toes on your left foot are pointing forward, and the hips are square to the front. Good. Take a deep breath in. Full exhalation out. Inhale, come on up. Gently release. And we'll change sides. Weight falling onto the right foot. Left leg lifts. Left foot on that chair. We'll flex the foot. Square your hips up. Bend the left knee if needed. Lengthen up through your spine. Hands on those hips. And hinge forward. Hands should stay on those hips. Then go to your thigh. The shin on top of that chair, maybe even a little bit lower. Just make sure you're not rounding here, collapsing that spine. Length. It's like you're hinging from those hips, so it's like a folding table from those hips. Breathe. Stay with it. One more breath. And then inhale all the way up. Slowly release. Stand tall for a moment and just feel. So I hope this will help you out to lengthen your spine, to open your pecs, to stretch out the lower back and your hips. So when you are working at the office, your body will feel better. But what you're also doing is you're increasing that circulatory system because you're opening up the blood vessels in the whole body with the twisting and the lengthening of all those muscles and those tendons. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Namaste.